Did Drake just end his career? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been living under a rock, Drake is having the worst year in hip-hop history. One of them, definitely one of them, to the point where he lost the epic rap battle between Kendrick. So bad that he started suing over defamation. So we got Jabari right here, and I've been thinking about it ever since it happened. Let's see, man.
So the last 48
Jabari
hours
got a
have been
video
absolutely
covering
insane.
And let's see, because I still don't believe
So the last 48 hours have been absolutely insane. Obviously, Drake filed his first lawsuit against Spotify and UMG, and now he has filed a petition, which is kind of like the starting place of a lawsuit against...
both of them are petitions. Jabari got that wrong. They're both petitions. He hasn't actually set up a lawsuit. None of these have actually gone official lawsuits yet, so they're both petitions.
UMG and iHeartRadio. Basically, Drake is asking a judge if he can do an audit of their partnership because he wants to see if any suspect activity was going on when it came to Not Like Us being played relentlessly on the radio and pretty much everywhere else all summer long.
Let them tell it these are bots. Let them tell it these is AI. You feel me? And also to the people, there's not a lot left, but there's a few people still trying their hardest to justify this. And I even saw people be like, this isn't about Not Like Us. And I'm like, some people just let it get gaslit. Y'all just want to be gaslit. Not Like Us is quite literally named in the lawsuit. If Not Like Us never happened, Drake does go back and erase Not Like Us from, just erase this battle. Go back through that paperwork and tell me if it's even possible for them to be making the accusations they're making without Not Like Us. Of course it's about Not Like Us. It might have other things to do with it, but the main crux is he thinks this song was gamed. I don't even know what that means, but...
It's funny because there are literal senior citizens and children alike who know and reference this song.
Freak ass nigga, you have 69 God. Freak ass nigga, you have 69 God.
Let them tell those is bots.
In every professional sports
Let them tell those is
during
bots.
the game, and as they cut to commercial.
Buster. I don't know if y'all should be playing that Kendrick. Y'all want to get a lawsuit up there.
And don't even get me started on Drake's feud with NBA player DeMar DeRozan, aka the man named and featured in the Not Like Us video. The funniest part is, while he was standing sideline and trying to mean mug for 3 hours, Drake watched DeMar get the dub and drop 27 on his head top. But that didn't stop him from muttering under his breath, "Fuck outta here, pussy." After DeMar was already fully turned around and out of distance where the sound waves off Drake's pursed lips would not reach his ears. Drake would later say this during a broadcast.
By the way, shout out to Jabari. Dude is funny. And a YouTube legend.
About DeMar's jersey potentially hanging in the Raptors' rafters.
Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question.
And DeMar would respond like this.
Well, he gonna have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck.
Either way, in this petition I'm about to talk about, Drake is now suing for the mean words said in Not Like Us.
Every time I hear that Drake, like I said, that first lawsuit is still him being a crybaby, but you can at least angle it like, you know, it's him versus the man, the machine. He's fighting, which is also BS. This second one, you could be the worst OVO stan, OVO whatever, and there's no excusing this one. There's just none. This is literally for the words he got called on Not Like Us. So, mind you, he gets to say. That's one thing I said. Like, Drake has been dissing people's families, people's girls. Serena, your man is a groupie. People's dudes, dissing everybody he's wanted that weren't even rappers, saying whatever he wanted, slandering, and then when the rabbit got the gun, now it's, well, hold on. Now, there's a certain list of things that you got it, when you say it to me, we gonna take it to court. Like, nah, nigga.
We thought that just this one time he wouldn't be lame, but he expected UMG to save him, and once again he's trying to call out that payola. Earlier this year, one of the artists that UMG has under contract presented UMG with a new song called Not Like Us. Before it approved the release of the song, UMG knew that the song itself, as well as its accompanying album art and music video, attacked the character of another one of UMG's most prominent artists, Drake, by falsely accusing him of...
I don't know what Jabari is reading, I don't know how y'all read this and be like, this is anything beyond somebody complaining about Not Like Us. Complaining that he lost, that he got called mean names in a diss track. That's all this second one is. It ain't shut up about that whole, no, he's fighting the system. No, nigga.
being a offender, engaging in
There's literal lyrics quoted in the lawsuit. It's a rap, bro. It's cooked for you when it comes to respect in hip hop, bro. It's gone. It's gone, bro. And I held the line, bro. But I don't, that's lame, bro. I love battle rap. I've been in battles. I love it. So like, this is like really like some nasty, offensive shit to me. This is offensive.
Harboring sex offenders and committing other criminal sexual acts. Specifically, the song calls Drake a certified pedophile, a predator, and someone who...
You see the quotes of the lyrics from the song? Yeah, where's all y'all, man, I can't believe they're trying to use lyrics in court for Young Thug. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Nah, we can't do that because that'll set a bad precedent in the culture. Freedom of speech. Okay, yeah. Now, I will say I really haven't seen anybody defending Drake now, but it's just in case you're out there.
Registered and placed on Neighborhood Watch. I mean, I won't lie to you guys, that album art was pretty crazy. Like, imagine everyone seeing the Google Maps of your crib and always thinking about this. And I'm calling it right now, these two filings are gonna give Not Like Us a massive second wave. Drake was over here strategically planning the release of this lawsuit and petition to try and step on Kendrick's album release.
That's another thing, you waited like 6-7 months to do this. You were trying to step on his release, for sure.
And I just don't think this is going to end very well for him.
It's already
when someone tries to buck against the machine in general, it normally does not end very well, just as Kanye. And obviously Drake has a lot of money and access to the best lawyers in the world, but the system has endless resources, both clean and...
Y'all keep thinking... I be forgetting some of y'all y'all ain't really seen nothing. My nigga, nobody bigger than the program. Which is also not a good thing. Like I said, I can agree that the industry and labels be playing funny games and doing this stuff, but this is stuff we've always known. And this is stuff that Drake has benefited from massively. And that's why I say it's like, this is like, yeah, we already know this. You're not bringing any new stuff in, but what you're trying to do is almost like gaslight the culture, the world, into thinking that we didn't like Not Like Us as much as we did. Drake is telling you, you didn't like it as much as you did. You were forced to like it.
And dirty. I will say, though, this
like
next part of the filing has to be the most pathetic. Pursuant to its rights under various contracts, UMG has exclusive control over the licensing of Not Like Us, and could have refused to release or distribute the song, or required the offending material to be edited or even removed. Like, dude, are you fucking serious? But UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit with the intent...
They promoted it. That's all. They promoted it. They saw a song that was going to be big. They put extra money behind it and did certain things to make it as big as possible. How is this like why is that bad? Now, Payola and stuff, okay, I can understand. Everything else named is just them promoting a big song. I don't even understand. What is Drake like? He's saying like, well, they lowered how much they charged to put it. Yeah, because it was already building up. They don't need that anymore. It's the same way that if I own a car, right? I get to say the price of the car, bro. I might charge you $10,000 for it, then I might charge my homie $5,000. You don't get to go to court and be like, well, I mean, you shut up, bro.
of using the spectacle of harm to Drake and his business to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. I'm sorry, but this entire thing just reads like a quest for self-pity. Like it's supposed to be a rap battle, my guy, and now your feelings are hurt. Drake did mention Kendrick's family after he warned him not to do so, and so then he unleashed.
Rap music is weird now anyway.
It's like there's no way Drake can believe that this song was actually the most popular of the summer for a lot.
And that's what I'm saying is I think what we're really witnessing is like is like this is bigger. There's like some mental health. Like Drake is so convinced that there's no, it's just he's being pompous. That's all it is. He's saying there's no way you could have beat me. There's no way people really like this song as much as they do. There's no way. It's the same mistake Drake has been making this entire battle by underestimating Kendrick Lamar and acting like he's some underground rapper that just popped out of nowhere. Like, and he's still doing that. And this is his attempt to go, no, there's no way Kendrick can do that. That is the lamest. And then on top of that, you over here saying Whitney was getting beat on. You saying that Whitney's child is not Kendrick's. You're saying that she cheated on him with Dave Free. You're slandering her character too. And she's not doing nothing? She didn't ask to even be in this battle. You are two willing participants in this mutual combat. Then you turn your blick to his wife. She got the best case. Yeah, she just in music videos stomping on your duck. Lame, bro. Lame. This was the lamest way of Drake going out. Lame, bro. Lame. This sets a nasty precedent for hip-hop. If this goes through, it sets a nasty precedent for hip-hop, because now it's like, you got legal precedent that if someone says something on a song that you don't like, then you might be able to go ahead and, bro, no, bro. The thesis statement of Not Like Us has been proven so true by this, especially that second lawsuit. That's the one where I cut the ripcord and I said, nah, Drake, that you trying to change the rules of the culture because you don't like the turnout. When you were the one pushing him, drop. When you were the one, use me as a he's got nothing to drop button. Remember that? You were egging it on. You got exactly what you wanted. You turn right Karen.
A lot of people. Not Like Us became a movement and an anthem,
it's still a
as many
movement,
were
bro.
using the term itself for a lot of big events. And then the LA Dodgers go on to win the World Series. I mean, come on, man.
Exactly.
And it's also very ironic to me that Drake wants to take it there when he's been one of the most played artists on the radio for the last 2 decades. And most likely got some strings pulled for himself.
And I'm sure none of that. That's the thing is, like, I think Drake doesn't also realize, like, nigga, we all know you've been gaming too. That didn't change the way we looked at you. Like, what? Man, like, we've known this. You really think that we thought every single thing was just some natural? I think you had to have not have been around for Hotline Bling, Controller, or God's Plan. You had to think that Drake is just some organic, he ain't never had to, or when he got that Apple deal in the beginning and he was like the face of Apple. All right, man.
In the background from time to time, whether he knew it or not. Either way, Drake wanted UMG to hold back this record because it does not mention him in a favorable way. I mean, he made...
Even though he mentions whoever he wants in favorable ways, and nobody does it for him. In order to justify this second lawsuit, justify the first one, you're probably just a stan, right? And if you can make an argument, I can see the argument, but I haven't seen a good argument yet. The second one, you have a parasocial relationship and you have made Drake your identity. That's the only way that you can let that go. That's the only way you could justify it. That's the only way I can see y'all justify it. Because I even see the worst people that try to justify him are conveniently Euro-stepping over this one and only talking about the first one, not the defamation.
About Kendrick being his wife and his best friend being the father of one of his kids.
Exactly.
And he released that through Republic Records, who is under UMG.
Exactly.
No, I guess that's supposed to be different. It's not like those lies could have possibly hurt Kendrick and his career, right?
Yep.
And Drake would totally be doing all of this if the public perception was that he won.
Yeah.
Right? To the victor goes the...
Because he did it for back-to-back, right? when everybody was kicking Meek Mill's back in. The same thing that's happening, the big companies tweeting the back-to-back stuff. Drake was, I'm sure Drake wasn't on stage playing those Meek Mill memes. I'm sure he wasn't basking in it. I'm sure he was like, no, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Spoils, buddy. And Drake has to be the sorest loser of all time. And now there's just
Hold on, I'm sorry. The sorest loser in anything, ever. Like, from now on, Drake is like a metaphor. You just got draked by a sword. This would be like, and I'm sure maybe it has happened to sports, I just don't know. It would be like losing by 65 points for the finals. And then you sue. You don't even go to the court. I mean, you don't even go to the refs and stuff. You go, you know what? I'm suing them. Because I think they're playing a little too hard. Drake is the sorest loser in the history of competition. And that is going to be one of his legacies. And I don't know what Drake is doing, because this part of his legacy, I'm telling you, will overshadow the other part of it. Just watch. Some of y'all think, how? Ja Rule, nigga. Some of y'all don't even realize how big Ja Rule was, because exactly what I'm saying. And he ain't go out like this.
Staying on his reputation forever, and when that happens, it does kind of change the way that people see a person. Staying on his reputation to be the sorest loser of all time. And now there's just this staying on his reputation forever,
Facts.
and when that happens, it does kind of change the way that people see a person from that point on. And so Drake alleges that UMG was funneling payment.
The craziest thing about legacy, too, is if you pay attention, it tends to be the end of your legacy that people remember more than the beginning or the middle. Literally, right? The worst parts, it seems to be, think of like Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, think of everybody. It's not like, nobody really cares if Bill Cosby. It's the end that tells the whole story, for sure. Like,
to iHeartRadio for some payola for Not Like Us, noting that they and only they have all the rights to do whatever they want in terms of where and how this song was distributed. UMG and iHeartMedia have a long-standing symbiotic business relationship whereby iHeartMedia pays UMG to license and collect royalties for UMG artist songs over radio airplay and streaming services. The amount of money exchanged between iHeartMedia and UMG is substantial. In the last quarter of 2023, UMG, through its recorded music and music publishing divisions, had an ownership interest in more than 60% of the 100 songs listed on the Billboard Hot 100 radio charts. Without its business deals with UMG, iHeartMedia would lose access to a majority of its top radio hits. And so UMG probably holds quite a bit of power over them. The suit then goes on to talk about how Not Like Us was played tens of millions of times on the radio, and that in total this song has been spun billions of times. Drake is very upset that till this day this song is one of the most played across iHeart's various stations, and I actually just checked and Drake does not have a single song on the Billboard Hot 100, despite releasing 12 singles this year.
You was dropping mid-packs, man! He's literally going, there's no way I've been dropping mid and that song was as good. It's y'all fault. Something has to be going on here. Yeah, what?
To one inside source known to Petitioner, UMG made...
He confused why Wagwan Delilah ain't doing as good as Not Like Us. Really? You came through with the Wagwan Delilah. You came through with the Sexy Red BBL jersey, and you confused?
Covert payments to a number of platforms, including radio stations, to play and promote Not Like Us without disclosing those payments to listeners. This practice, known as Payola, is prohibited by the Communications Act of 1934. So he says all of that, but then later admits that he has little to no evidence to suggest that iHeart was accepting Payola from UMG.
Like I said, all of these are just pre-action lawsuits, and I think a lot of people think that these are just pure lawsuits. No, it's even worse than that. Drake is actually he's like running to mommy right now. Mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy haven't even decided if they could just be like, nigga, shut up. They could just literally be like that. So Drake they don't even know if this is true. They're just asking, hey, can we shake the tree and see if something falls? And I think a lot of people are also like, oh, he's about to get the... Nigga, there's a chance that this gets thrown out, right? Like, but even if it doesn't, it's lame. But I'm just saying, like,
Drake also continues to spread the bot narrative here, and he even cries about UMG allegedly paying influencers to spread this song, like literally every other song released during the TikTok era. Like, I don't know if this is some sort of news flash to Drake, but no matter who had the biggest song in this battle, like it doesn't matter if it was Drake or Kendrick, it was going to be a massive hit. This battle was one of the most anticipated events in hip-hop history.
Facts.
That was built up for well over a decade. It's like,
yeah, and that's where Drake is also not being smart, because like, bro, that's why it's gonna be so hard to argue that niggas don't really like Not Like Us, because it's like, bro, the promo of the song Not Like Us is the culmination of like a decade of Cold War. Not Like Us is Control is a part of the rollout of Not Like Us. Not Like Us has been built up through Big Sean, through Drake, Kendrick, through even, remember Big Crit, Mount Olympus, through that whole era. So to think that the song that represents that is not going to be one of the biggest songs ever in hip hop is Drake just underestimating and overestimating at the same time.
Drake doesn't understand the magnitude of what he himself was involved in.
He
and
doesn't.
That's probably why he lost, because he treated it like a sparring session,
Yeah.
and Kendrick treated it like a championship fight.
Like
and
his
so
fight
now
was
Drake
like,
wants
you
to
should've
have
been
his
fighting your
own
life.
personal audit into UMG and iHeart's relationship. Petitioner brings this action for a discrete and specific purpose: to understand whether and how UMG funneled payments to iHeartRadio and its radio stations as part of a pay-to-play scheme. Petitioner has amassed sufficient facts to pursue certain tortious claims against UMG, including but not limited
I can't
to
believe
a claim for defamation.
A claim for defamation. A claim for defamation. Whoa, this. And let me not even say this is hip hop now, because it's not. This is why Kendrick may watch the party die, and this is why everything's shifting. This is the last kicking and screaming of the old guard dying. That's what it is. And I'm not saying Drake dying. I'm saying the way Drake is the representation of the industry and the machine, which is weird that he's taking the stance now. For the last 15 years, Drake has been the face of the machine. So all that's happening right now, and this is even beyond Kendrick, this is with the Cat Williams stuff, this is what Diddy's going through, this is what the culture is shifting. It's shifting. It just is. And Drake, I'm telling you, bro, this was the worst thing that you've ever done in your entire career of entertainment, and that's including from your first episode of Degrassi to your last song.
But currently lacks
lamest-
factual support necessary to determine whether he may bring claims of the civil RICO against
Niggas
UMG
hitting them
and
with
basically
civil
anyone
RICO.
else who was involved in this alleged Payola scheme. So basically Drake is asking a judge for permission to peek behind the curtain just to see if these claims hold any merit at all, and then he will decide if he wants to sue them or not. To me, this entire situation has kind of just become a massive joke. I think the only worst thing he could have done here was directly sue Kendrick for calling him a PDF, but I guess if he does that...
I mean, he's suing UMG because they allowed Kendrick to call him a PDF. So, like, they're both lame. It's both like some super lame. And you know he's only afraid to try to really go at Kendrick because he thinks that somehow he could still save face from this. And this is something I also got to tell you. When it gets to the point when only your most diehard stans are defending you, or the ones that are consuming your stuff, you're on your way out. No business, no nothing. That's why people are always trying to get younger fans, so because it guarantees their careers or the brand to keep going. If you are no longer galvanizing new people into your base, which Drake, I do not think he is, and your casuals are gone, and it's only your diehards, you about to spin. It's only a matter of time till you spin into being like a dark corner niche. And you're no longer going to be like the mainstream darling. That's just Drake thinking that he could rely on the malls and the academics for the rest of it. That's not going to work. You need the casual, and the casual person is not on Drake's side. It's just
I
not.
think Kendrick's wife should consider countersuing him for speaking crazy about her. But then we're just going around in like this circle jerk of lawsuits, and I don't know, I just feel like that's never really been what hip-hop is about. But yeah, either way, people are now ripping
is saying
Drake
he's
apart
not
for these
hip-hop.
decisions that he's made. They're saying that he's soft, they're saying that He's basically a sore loser. Either
Basically.
way, I want to know what you guys think about the lawsuit. What do you think about this petition? I do want to thank you guys, though, for...
Shout out to Jabari, bro. Let me know what y'all think, too. That, man.